I've been listening to 45s all morning. So the local used bookstore sells old 45s with no sleeves or nothing like that for 50 cents a piece. And oftentimes I'll pick them up, and most of the time they work. You're never, you know, never quite sure. But so I spent the morning going through my 45s trying to weed out the ones that skip. And man, it was pretty brutal. I've got a pile over here that worked. And let's look at what actually I have to let go of. Several Jerry Butler records, which was just devastating. I really like Jerry Butler. And then this one I was really upset about. Papa Was a Rolling Stone from the Temptations. I was not too happy about this, with the instrumental on the back end for on the B side for all your karaoke needs. That one was really dope. I was excited to get that in the used bookstore, and it skipped. It not only did it skip, it skipped a ton. So it's not just like, oh well, we'll just move the needle and we'll make the best of it. Donna Summer. This one also skipped to the to no end. But then we have this one I picked up just 2 days ago. The TV Chipmunks. This was one of 3 records that I got. Hold on, we'll set that aside for a mini haul record. And this is another one I was pretty devastated about. This is Hot Water Music, their picture disc single. And I bought this for $8 at an actual record store. Specifically, it was Joe's Record Paradise in Silver Spring. And I'm pretty sure their records are guaranteed. And this one was broken. So I'm not too happy with them right now. And okay, so this one I got last night. And these are all the ones that worked. I got that along with Pac-Man Fever, which worked just fine. And also Jam on It from Nucleus. This is one that we used to play a lot when I was a little kid. I remember my older brothers playing that. But that said, let's get rid of the broken ones. Jerry Butler had one work. The Temptations, I love the Temptations. And Diana Ross, I was actually, when I was young, Diana Ross was like old and crazy. So I forget oftentimes how bananas talented she was. Carly Simon, pretty happy that worked out. Kingston Trio, a little bit more country than I'm usually into, but I actually dug it. Dean Martin, big fan of the Rat Pack era. Actually, if you get these old Dean Martin and Sinatra 45s, they have this one in particular. When is this dated? Like towards the end of the 60s, when they started getting into the that like 70s sound. You don't hear those when you look up Dean Martin and Sinatra and all that stuff, because they want to go back to like the Rat Pack era. So this was actually pretty cool. You're not going to find this on a best of Dean Martin. Stevie Wonder, I was thrilled that this one still worked, especially since it still has the original sleeve, which was awesome. Climax, which I wasn't familiar with them, but this worked and was actually really good. And then we got some of the punk ones. Sound and Fury. So basically, probably about 10 years ago now. Jeez Louise. I used to get on eBay and I would just look at punk 45s. And like you could get, this was $5 shipped. And it was / is amazing. This is really, really good. Still works. Same deal. Still works. Was brand new. Same deal. This one I didn't get brand new, but somebody was letting go of their old punk vinyl, and that was really good. The Makers was probably my favorite of the bunch. They have more of a, I don't know, if you're into mainstream, I'm thinking the Hives, but better, a little bit more raw. Horsey, which I had never heard of. They sound very 90s grunge-ish. And then Forced Reality, Give 'Em the Brass, which is a sampler. Yeah, those all worked. But I had a ton that didn't work, which makes me kind of nervous. Like, there's still a lot to go through here. I've noticed that all the ones that I got new, are still work. I don't think I've ever bought a record and then had it break while it was in my care. Like, there's Remute. That was a new record. I'm sure that's going to work. But here's another new one. This is Nardwuar, the Human Serviette. I think he described this as the Goblins, the Dublins. I don't know. That's Nardwuar's old band. So there you go. And that's the rest of my day. It's just going through these.